Alright, this is Urban Radio 94.5 and it's Urban Sport tonight. And talking point, do we really have to talk about it? The Super Eagles of Nigeria could not beat South Africa at Bloemfontein today, and the hope of going to the FIFA World Cup is all but over, or almost over. Or maybe it's over, to be realistic, because South Africa needs just 3 points in the next two matches to qualify for the FIFA World Cup. And with the draw tonight, means that it might be very difficult, almost impossible for we to make second place finish and to be part of the four best second place for the playoffs. So it ended like that. What won? The Super Eagles of Nigeria. I don't understand what happened to the coach. Why they started William Troost Ekong first of all. Why Bruno Yemichi was on the bench. And good evening to you, Favor. You watched the game.
Good evening to you, Banky.
How are you today, Favor?
I would have said fine, but I'm worried at this point. It's embarrassing what Super Eagles have turned into. I don't even know how I feel. My head is just turning on me.
To turn into the game of football that you watched today. What happened in that game?
It was a very poor performance. I'm not gonna lie. Blatantly, it was a poor performance from our players. Let's even start with the coach. The tactics that he used in this game, I don't understand. First of all, like you mentioned, why are you starting Ekong? This guy is not fit yet. First of all, his age is even affecting, and then his fitness, and you can imagine the poor style of defending that led to that own goal. Then secondly, you're playing Lookman out of position just to accommodate who or how, because that position, there was no shot. He was greatly dispossessed in that particular position that he played in. He didn't bring any contribution to that pitch at all. This is Africa's best player. Then why did you start Tolu Kini?
Arokodare.
That's your brother right there. Why didn't they start that guy? You're putting Desas in place of this guy and putting him in second. Even when he came in, you could see a little different. If that guy started this game at least, we already know that there's no Osimhen, and then you're jeopardizing the play. Then our midfield, they leak like water. What the heck was that? It is almost useless, if I would use that word. Then Iwobi was just jumping like frog up and down. When the ball gets to him, he loses possession. Then when we have counter attacks, like it was just very he better say we no go.
The African Cup of Nations is in December, and I'm looking at, I watch one of the worst performance, because we've had series of poor performances from the Super Eagles of Nigeria, and I saw because today the South Africans were not good enough to beat the Super Eagles of Nigeria, but still got a draw. Still made us look very bad. South Africa, yes, they played together as a team. They were fitter than the Super Eagles. Yes. They were more purposeful than the Super Eagles. There was sense of urgency in their play. You could tell that this is a team that has been worked on by a coach. They followed their link-up plays. The transitioning was good, especially in the first half. In the second half, maybe the substitution, bringing in Tolu into the game, bringing in, what's his name now? We also saw injury to Olaino early in the game. That also affected us because Olaino is one player that would deliver 100%. And one man that I singled out of the Super Eagles today is Kevin Bassett. The reason why we were able to get that one goal was because of his drive, his energy, just the way he played for Fulham. He drove the ball forward, lost possession, found the way that we got a cross, from Fisayo Dele Bashiru, made that cross, and of course he was able to connect with everything in him. But apart from that, I look at the midfield play of the Super Eagles. Every second ball, every first and second ball
was unanswered,
was received by the South Africans in the middle of the pack. Alex Iwobi could not chase anyone down. Maybe that's not his job. But for Fisayo Dele Bashiru, Wilfred Ndidi, 2 week, they were being beaten very easily in the midfield. It's down to the fact that the defense was stronger in the second half, didn't allow too much penetration from the South Africans. That's why the game ended 1-1. But if we play another 90 minutes into this match, the Super Eagles won't score a single goal. Moses Simon was as quiet as possible, was as quiet as a graveyard today. 091600595. Talk to us. What do you think? How are you reacting to this draw? We are not going to the FIFA World Cup. That is clear as daylight. Good evening to you. Hello. 09162005945 09162044945. Good evening to you.
Thank you.
Yes, your name and location. Jokes. I tell you.
If now you no go vex, these people.
Favor is a passionate.
I'm a patriotic Nigerian.
Favors is burning with passion.
You've
What are
given.
you saying? I was saying it the last game I saw against Rwanda. That was a well below par performance. Some people came and said they played well. I was wondering, played well where? A game I also saw myself. But you remember we talked about this midfield. I told you it never worked. The same thing happened today. Excuse me, nobody should even bring the coach into this place. Please. Let me tell you why you shouldn't bring the coach. That system, he felt it was going to work in the first half. Was he the one training work and administrating their party?
God have mercy. Do you know the number of misplaced passes from Ndidi and Iwobi? See, let me say something, Chooks. Yeah, Chooks. The day I cancelled Ndidi, I've always said this. The day I cancelled Ndidi was the game between Super Eagles of Nigeria and Algeria. Was it Algeria? 2019 African Cup of Nations was when I cancelled Ndidi that this is not a good defensive midfielder. Forget about the hype.
Thank you. Why I called is not because we lost. To tell us not to call the coach Biko. See, somebody played 4 games and got 67% win record. And people keep the coaches with the same 4 games and got 25% in the share.
Thank you very much, Chooks. We'll let you go now. You don't sponsor this show. Thank you, my friend. 09162005945 09162004945. Good evening to you.
Hello, good evening.
Yes, your name and location.
Banky, Sunday was
Sunday, go ahead.
See, Banky, you don't expect to win when you are not prepared already. These players are no longer interested in playing for the national. They just prepare club side football. Look.
I don't know if I'm going to agree with what you said because, yeah.
Senegal and Congo Democratic. From 2 goes down, they play 2. From 2 goes down in the first half, Senegal beat Congo Democratic 3-2.
Senegal won that game. They won that game. They were 2 goals down in the first half. Wow. Yes, it's true. Is that right?
I would like them to speak with this coach. I don't know what happened between Steven and Stevie Jones that led to resign. You don't have players who are passionate for the coach. What is their point? The system is very good from the beginning to down. So we want to make sure that the will be happy. Move to for more money. After how many years in the Western,
thank you very much. Let me allow others. Thank you, my friend. Okay. All right. Result from the African series for the World Cup qualifiers. Syria alone defeated Ethiopia 2-0 today. Burkina Faso and Egypt played a goalless draw. DR Congo were leading Senegal at some point in the first half, but then Senegal came back strongly and Premier League boys showed their quality. In fact, it was all about them. Cedric Bakambu scored in the 27th minute. Yuan Wissa scored in back-to-back games in the 33rd minute. Pape Guy returned, reduced the tally in the 39th minute. Nicholas Jackson of Bayern Munich in the 53rd minute, and of course Papi Metasa scored in the 87th minute. They won that game 3-2. Togo defeated Sudan 1-0. Mauritania, South Sudan is later by 8 p.m. Zimbabwe were beaten by Rwanda 1-0. Benin Republic against Lesotho is by 8 p.m. tonight. They'll probably displace Nigeria once again. Cape Verde defeated Cameroon today 1-0. Angola or Mauritius is by 8 p.m. Tanzania and losing. They lost to Niger Republic 1-0. Kenya hammered Seychelles 5-0. My God. Okay, Gabon and Ivory Coast is by 8 p.m. tonight. Gambia against Burundi is by 8 p.m. Namibia will take on Namibia handed Sao Tome and Principe 3-0 today. Favor? What's the way forward? We still have 2 more games, and that's the next international window. What is the way forward for the Super Eagles that you've watched?
Like you already mentioned,
Should the coach go?
No, the coach
Okay.
should not go. I think they should just fall back. I don't think they will make it to this World Cup, so they should just go back to their drawing board and fix their mentality.
Is there a mentality issue?
Let's start with that, and then I think they're too heavy. They should go and less.
Thank you very much. I saw I saw speed. I saw a lot of sprinting for the South Africans. They understood themselves. They had more synergy. They had more communication skills in the game, and yeah, they look like a team that won't score against the Super Eagles also, because clear-cut chances were far and few in today's game. But for the Super Eagles, apart from Kevin Bass, I don't know who else is in that team. Thank you very much, guys. Return later tomorrow morning, and this conversation will be in full details tomorrow morning, 8 a.m. and 7:30 p.m. Nigeria will react tonight. I am Banky. Good evening to you. Thank you, Favor.
Thank you.
All right.